Good afternoon, friends, family, teachers, staff, honored guests, and the senior class of 2026. I'm Colin Cantrell, a member of the Senior Executive Committee. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, and we ask that you remain standing for the singing of our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The national anthem will now be sung by our Alexander Chorus. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, I would like to welcome Reagan Bradley of our Senior Executive Committee as she will come and introduce our special guests.
It is my honor to recognize the following special guests: Dr. Trent North, Superintendent, and Mr. Clint Easterwood, Board Chair. Now, I would like to introduce our principal, Ms. Laura McAdams.
Good evening, families, faculty, staff, honored guests, members of our community, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. Before we begin tonight's celebration, I would like to again thank Superintendent North and the board for their constant support and to recognize two more incredible groups of people. First, the awesome administrative team that is joining me on stage tonight. Please stand and be recognized at this time. The next group is the outstanding teachers and support staff of Alexander High School. Their dedication goes far beyond classrooms. They have poured their hearts into this school and to you. They have celebrated your successes, encouraged you through challenges, and worked tirelessly to create an environment where you could belong, have fun, and learn. Would all of Alexander's teacher and staff please stand and be recognized at this time? Thank you all for pouring into these students. Tonight, we gather for Alexander's 40th commencement service to celebrate the culmination of the last 13 years of your lives. To our graduates, this evening is about you. It is about your journey, your growth, your perseverance, and the countless moments that brought you to this stage. Some of those moments were joyful and exciting, while others were difficult and uncertain. Yet, through every challenge, every lesson, success, and every setback, you kept moving forward. And tonight, you stand here ready for the next chapter of your lives. The class of 2026 has left a mark on this school in ways that statistics and transcripts could never fully capture. You have demonstrated resilience in a world that constantly changes. You learned how to adapt when things did not go according to plan. You learned how to support one another. You discovered that success is not defined by perfection, but by determination, courage, and most importantly, character. This senior class has witnessed the launch of our very first Alexander podcast. You watched the construction of the brand new entrance sign, our first ever gymnastics state champion, and you celebrated something else truly extraordinary. Not one, but 2 GHSA team state championships. Those victories remind us all of what can happen when people work together, believe in one another, and refuse to quit. But beyond the championships, the sign, or the milestones, what I will remember most about this class is the spirit behind it all. The way you showed up for each other, the school pride that you carried, the energy you brought into the halls, the gyms, the theaters, the stadiums, and every corner of our campus. You made this year special because you were part of it. Graduates, as you leave our campus, remember that your diploma is more than a piece of paper. It represents years of hard work, commitment, and growth. But even more importantly, it represents possibility. Each of you has the power to make a difference in the lives of others, whether your path leads to college, the military, technical training, the workforce, or opportunities still unknown. Never underestimate the impact you have on the world around you. There will be moments ahead when life feels uncertain. In those moments, remember what you have already overcome. Remember the lessons you learned here: to work hard, to lead with integrity, to show kindness, and to never stop learning. Do not be afraid to dream boldly, and most importantly, do not be afraid to fail. Also, do not be afraid to become exactly who you were meant to be. Alexander High School will always be your home, and we will always be your family. We believe in you, we are proud of you, and we cannot wait to see where life takes you next. Congratulations, graduates, and welcome to the beginning of your next great adventure. And now I would like to welcome Assistant Principal Robin Glenn for some special awards.
These first awards will recognize our seniors that have made the effort to be present at school each day. These seniors have maintained perfect attendance for 4 or more years. Please stand when your name is called. Victoria Michkinski, Angeline Moses, Michael Reed, 5 years, Nicholas Ruiz Perdinko, 5 years, Rachel Sheffield, 13 years, Ciance Reed, 13 years.
One of the greatest privileges of serving as principal is watching students grow into confident, compassionate, and accomplished young adults. This afternoon, it is my honor to introduce 2 students who embody all of those qualities and more. With a GPA of 102.21, the salutatorian for the class of 2026 is Miss Sarah Jose. Sarah is the kind of student that every school hopes to have: intelligent, creative, dedicated, and deeply respected by her peers and teachers. Throughout her high school career, she has distinguished herself through academic excellence, leadership, service, and an unwavering commitment to her passions. She has constantly ranked among the top students in her class, earning top 10 recognition and remaining in the top 10% throughout high school. Her academic achievements have earned her numerous honors, including the Harvard Book Award, the Georgia Certificate of Merit from University of Georgia, the awards in AP US History, AP Seminar, Honors Chemistry, Honors Literature, and Honors Biology. But Sarah's story is about much more than grades and awards. She is a leader in every sense of the word. She has served as editor-in-chief of the yearbook, been a Beta Club Board Committee co-chair, and has involvement in DECA, FBLA, NHS, International Club, student government, and many other organizations that have enriched our school community. Beyond school, she has devoted countless hours to serving others, from Vacation Bible School and a mission trip to Costa Rica to elementary school festivals. She has always demonstrated a heart for helping people and making meaningful connections wherever she goes. Her teachers describe her as versatile, hardworking, and an outstanding communicator, qualities that will undoubtedly serve her well as she pursues her dream of studying English at the Georgia Institute of Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, the salutatorian of the class of 2026, Miss Sarah Jose.
Good evening, class of 2026, staff, family, and friends. It is an honor to speak before you today as we celebrate this once-in-a-lifetime achievement. I'm sorry to disappoint some people that I'll actually be speaking today instead of dancing, as many have recommended to me in place of a speech. To them, I give my deepest apologies. While preparing this speech, I wanted to write something that felt genuine, but I kept coming up short on what to say that felt like a real piece of advice worthy of your time. I wanted to find something you had never thought of before, but then it occurred to me that often the most poignant advice is something we have heard before but never thought to apply. Our souls just wanted to find the right time to hear it again. It was then I was reminded of a mantra I've been telling myself since freshman year. And if I was looking for something authentic, this is as close as I could get. I would continuously repeat to myself, but even if I am weak, I can still be kind, for true power is in giving instead of taking. And I'm sorry to disappoint Ms. Jackson, but the only author I have to cite this from, despite extensive research, is Pinterest. You see, this quote is the type of cliche we always hear, just be kind. But after hearing it over and over again throughout the years, it became much more than a reminder to mind your words and body language. It became a safety net for me to remember, in a world full of comparison, jealousy, and hatred, the only power you fully possess is your own actions. And I know this isn't a crazy epiphany for most people sitting here, but it's an important call to action. An action to say, as you enter this new and uncertain portion of your life, you have unbelievable power and kindness. Kindness is a power that is so uniquely human. It is the silver lining in a dog-eat-dog world that shifts even the worst playing field in your favor. The kind of change that shouldn't be possible in the natural world, but happens because people choose to use the power of their words and actions selflessly for good. I know you have all had days where you felt so low, unspecial, uncertain, and just like the world was determined to keep you down. But take a moment to reflect on what got you out of that space. It might have been a word of encouragement, a hug, or even a pick-me-up from Sonic that your friend dropped by. But that is the kindness that shifts tides. That is the intentionality of goodness that changes a life. That is the power you could yield. And don't get me wrong, it's not always easy to be kind. It's hard to be beat down by the world and continue to greet your neighbors with a smile, or ask your barista how their day has been. But just because something is hard doesn't mean it's not worth doing. There is power in giving instead of taking, and there is much more power in what you choose to pour into the world than what it wants to take away. Ms. Thornton's AP Lang class would encourage me to not speak in absolutes, but I believe this with my whole heart. Kindness always means something. Love always means something. Intentionality always means something. And don't we all want to fill our lives with things that mean something? As you transition into college, technical school, the military, and the workforce, remember, the world has much to offer you, but you also have much to offer it. Bring your light into the world, into the hearts of those around you, into a universe that deserves a little more kindness. Changing the world doesn't have to be curing cancer. It could be you sharing one smile that in turn changes a life. And speaking of kindness, I would love to thank the beautiful souls who have poured their kindness into my life. Thank you to my family, who have always supported my dreams. Thank you to the teachers and staff who give unimaginable amounts of time and energy into making us good humans. You truly change lives. Thank you to my dance family and teachers who have given me unbelievable kindness and love as I've grown. Thank you to my friends who have shaped me into a mosaic of all your lovely selves. And lastly, to my peers, you are a beautiful collection of people. You are so unique and deeply special. And I am honored to have shared this space with you these past 4 years. I know you will change the world. Thank you.
Now, I would like to introduce a young woman whose achievements represent the very best of our school community, a student whose excellence in academics, leadership, service, creativity, and character has truly set her apart. Our valedictorian for the class of 2026 is Miss Sophia Ellis. Sophia has earned an outstanding 102.38 GPA. Throughout high school, she has consistently demonstrated a commitment to academic excellence, earning all A honor roll recognition while challenging herself with one of the most rigorous course loads available. She has successfully completed advanced placement courses in world history, U.S. government, U.S. history, pre-calculus, chemistry, language and comp, calculus, micro-econ, art, English literature, and French. Even with that course load, which I am just exhausted from listing out, she managed to find time to serve as the DECA Marketing Vice President and earned recognition at both the regional and state levels in DECA competition. She is an active member of FBLA, International Club, and Beta Club, while also serving as Beta Club Board Committee Co-Chair. With all of these accomplishments, she still finds time to pursue her creative passions. For 11 years, she has dedicated herself to ballet, and she served as head of set design for the prom fashion show. That is a perfect reflection of her artistic talent and love for design. What stands out most about Sophia is not only her resume of accomplishments, but her humility, grace, and quiet determination that she brings to everything she does. She embodies what it means to be a scholar, a leader, an artist, and a role model for her peers and future classmates at the Georgia Institute of Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great privilege to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2026, Miss Sophia Ellis.
Hello, distinguished class of 2026. First off, congratulations. You've made it so far and will go on to do amazing things. I know it. And to preface, if I cry during any part of this, please excuse me. It's just who I am. When I began writing this speech, I reflected on the last 4 years of my life. The constant work, the stress, the clubs, my friends, my family, my teachers, my grades, and everything in between. Admittedly, I was intimidated by Jason Dubri's speech, wonderful speech that he made at the baccalaureate service this past Sunday. I mean, if you were there, you know how well he can work a crowd. Then I thought back to what past valedictorians and salutatorians have said in their speeches. What Sarah might say, or technically said, in hers. It was during this process that I had a remarkable realization, that comparison leaves no room for authenticity or effective change. I'll say that again because I know I need to hear it. Comparison leaves no room for authenticity or effective change. I stressed so much about how I might sound, what I might say, and how I could fit all my ideas in one 5-minute speech. How I could be funny and inspiring, but above all, I stressed about how this speech would stand against the test of time, how it might stand against Sarah's or Jason's. But when I had that realization, I understood that comparison has regrettably been a through line throughout my entire high school career. And through that, I want to use this time to warn you against comparing yourself to others over being yourself and inspiring powerful change. I implore you guys to go out and do things that really matter, while also being equally, authentically you. I actually have a saying that followed me throughout these past 4 years. If you believe you can, you can. and I wholeheartedly know that you can do whatever you put your minds to. In Miss Crawford's literature class, thank you, Miss Crawford, I read a poem that resonated so deeply within me that I just had to include it here. In the 1976 poem, Dead Stars, Ada Limon connects human beings to literal stardust. She poses a series of rhetorical but exceedingly important questions that should be asked of this generation, especially the class that sits right before me. In this excerpt, she says, "Look, we are not unspectacular things. We've come this far, survived this much. What would happen if we decided to survive more, to love harder? What if we stood up with our synapses and flesh and said no? No to the rising tides, stood for the many mute mouths of the sea, of the land? What would happen if we used our bodies to bargain for the safety of others, for Earth, if we declared a clean night, if we stopped being terrified, if we launched our demands into the sky, made ourselves so big, people could point to us with the arrows they make in their minds after all this is over?" The purpose of including this quote is not to make you sit here and roll your eyes at the fact that a smart girl actually resonated with something from a high school literature class. I say this to help you all realize that you have something so deep inside you to become something greater, to fulfill dreams that feel so out of reach. The poem communicates that our purpose lies not in what we do by ourselves, but what we can achieve once we tap into what's been inside us since the genesis of time, to what we were put on this earth to do. I agree with Limon. What if we all strove to better the world and ourselves, to give more than we take without fear of what others might think? Please sit with those questions. They are what make the difference between living an impactful life and a mundane one. I think you are all stars just waiting for the chance to shine. This speech wasn't the best one that any valedictorian has ever made in the entirety of valedictorian speeches. I know that. And you know what? That's okay. I made something that is authentically me. It's my best, and my best is enough. I actually want you all, everybody, to repeat that phrase after me, okay? It's my best. And my best is enough. Sarah got that. Please stay true to yourself and go out into the world to contribute things that are authentically you. I can't wait to see what you do. I'd like to thank my mom, Michelle, who instilled greatness within me from a young age, my dad, Stephen, who is always there for me and inspired my love for creativity, my older sister, Raven, who lights up any room she walks into, subsequently making me a better person, my best friend, Sarah, who I could not imagine living without, the school and dance teachers who influenced my life so heavily and believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself, the friends who have helped me at my lowest, and again, my family, because they love me even when I cry. Miss Underwood actually has a motto that she tells all her students. She says, "You're allowed to cry, but you're not allowed to give up." Thank you.
At this time, we'd like to recognize our hardworking students who earned a grade point average of 4.0 during all 4 years of high school. Meredith Adai Mensa, Jonathan Bemis, Thomas Bradford, Colin Cantrell, Caden Carmack, Michael Shabu, Brayley Clark, Ambry Day, Jason Debris, Grayson Dunlap, Sophia Ellis, Layla Fullwood, Elaine Godwin, William Grant, Caden Guidry, Sarah Jose, Luke Keller, Leah King, Lily Ann Montalban, Christian Moore, Christian Morgan, Angeline Moses, Sophia Perez Kajar, Gracie Pierce, Ciance Reed, Emily Rosales, Bella Ross, Aiden Schilke, Jackson Sheely, Madison Smith, Cameron Stewart, Andrew Thomas, Caden Venzar, Landon Waits, Matthew Waits, Lindsay Walls, Delia Ward, Breeley Williams, Isabella Willis, Holly Wolverton, Connor Wynn. Thank you. You may be seated. The College Board Advanced Placement Capstone Diploma is an innovative program that allows students to engage in the rigorous development of skills critical for success in college. The program includes two course sequences: Advanced Placement Seminar, Advanced Placement Research, developed in response to feedback from higher education faculty, college admission officers, and Advanced Placement complements the in-depth, subject-specific rigor of all advanced placement courses and exams. The following students completed the Advanced Placement Capstone program at Alexander High School: Reagan Bradley, Jordan Craddock, Elaine Godwin, Lilian Montalban, and Bella Ross. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, we'd like to recognize those hardworking students who are recipients of scholarships. If you're the recipient of an academic or fine arts scholarship, please stand. Those students receiving athletic scholarships, please stand. Those students receiving military scholarships, please stand. Those students that qualify for the Zell or Hope Scholarship, please stand. This year's senior class accumulated just over $16 million in scholarship money. Congratulations. You may be seated. We'd also like to celebrate our hardworking and ambitious students who have taken the initiative to earn college credits while in high school through our advanced placement program, dual enrollment opportunities, and articulated college and university partnerships within our career, technical, and education programs. These students have demonstrated dedication and a commitment to academic excellence. If you're receiving a college credit for advanced placement courses, dual enrollment, or completion of a CTAE pathway here at Alexander High School, please stand to be recognized at this time. Y'all are saving your parents a load of money. Congratulations. You may be seated. We are now honored to present these students who have demonstrated extraordinary patriotism, courage, and commitment by choosing to serve in the United States military. Their willingness to stand in defense of our nation, which allows us to sleep peacefully while they serve with pride and gratitude. We recognize these young men and women for answering the call to serve and protect our country. Will these students please stand to be recognized at this time? Thank you for serving our country.
The following awards will be a surprise to the recipients. For more than 100 years, the AJC Cup was awarded to a deserving senior at each Georgia high school. Now, the Douglas County School System has chosen to continue that esteemed tradition by introducing the Douglas County School System's Superintendent Cup Award. The Superintendent's Cup is awarded to the student considered the best all-around student in the class of 2026. This award is voted on by our dedicated faculty and recognizes a student that embodies the essence of leadership within our school and community. While outstanding grades and extracurricular participation are essential, other qualities such as character, integrity, and compassion are also considered. This is the student who exemplifies everything we would want from an alumni of Alexander High School, who represents our school well in the community and who has made Alexander a better place for all. You have heard me speak about her a lot already, and this year's first ever Superintendent Cup goes to Miss Sarah Jose. The next award is the Faculty Cup. This award is chosen by the faculty and staff to recognize a student who exemplifies scholarship, leadership, character, service, and the spirit of our school. They have earned recognition as an AP Scholar, received the AP Capstone Diploma, been named a Governor's Honors Program Biology semifinalist, and consistently ranked among the top students at Alexander High School. But the Faculty Cup is not solely awarded for grades or accolades. It is awarded to a student whose impact reaches far beyond transcripts. This student has spent their high school years fully invested in her school and community. She has participated in International Club, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, cross country, and basketball. She has mentored children through shelter outreach programs, volunteered in her church community, and even traveled on a mission trip to Alaska to serve families and children in need. What stands out most about her is not what she has done and how she has done it, with humility, compassion, and determination. Teachers speak about her with admiration because she represents the very best qualities of a student leader. She is thoughtful in the classroom, encouraging to her peers, respectful to adults, and committed to excellence in everything she pursues. Whether she was competing, volunteering, leading, or simply offering kindness to someone who needed it, she made our school a better place. As she prepares for her next chapter, including the exciting opportunity to study abroad in London, we know this is only the beginning of her extraordinary future. Her willingness to step outside her comfort zone, embrace new experiences, and continue challenging herself reflects the very qualities that make her so deserving of this award. The faculty is proud, not only of what you have accomplished, but of the person you are and continue to become. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Alexander High School, it is my privilege to present the 2026 Faculty Cup to Lillian Montalban. The last award is the Principal's Award. This award is selected solely by me, not just for achievement, but for character, leadership, integrity, and an example a student sets for others. Each year, this recognition is given to a student who represents the very best of our school community, both inside and outside the classroom. Tonight, it is my honor to recognize a young man who embodies all of those qualities. Many of you know him for his accomplishments in athletics. You've seen him compete with intensity, determination, and pride. His athletic career has brought tremendous recognition to our school, including earning the title of state champion and being recognized as a scholar athlete. Those accomplishments alone are impressive, but if that is all you know about him, then you are only seeing part of the story. Because what truly sets this student apart is not simply what he achieves, it is who he is every single day. Academically, he has challenged himself by taking honors courses and maintaining a 4.0 GPA, demonstrating the discipline, focus, and commitment required to excel at the highest level, both in the classroom and competition. He understands that true success is built through hard work, consistency, and perseverance. He is caring and thoughtful toward others. He encourages teammates, supports classmates, and treats people with kindness and respect. He understands that leadership is not about attention or recognition. It is about the example you set when no one is looking. He is compassionate, he listens, he supports, and he genuinely cares about the people around him. In a world that often moves too quickly, he takes the time to notice others, and that quality speaks volumes about his character. And yes, believe it or not, he is funny. He brings energy and joy into every room he enters. One of my favorite things is that we keep each other humble with our snide jokes and remarks. He never lets me get too full of myself, and I certainly try to return the favor. In fact, earlier this year, he absolutely refused to let me rewatch my halftime TV debut. But I have no doubt that he is going to go home later and rewatch me giving this speech right here. That balance, confidence mixed with humility, competitiveness mixed with kindness is rare, and it is part of what makes him so special. He reminds us that excellence is never one-dimensional. It is not defined by trophies, titles, or statistics alone. True excellence is found in character, leadership, compassion, and the positive impact you leave on others. On behalf of our entire school community, thank you for the example you set and for the legacy you leave behind. While he usually calls me every administrator's name but my own, and I return the banter by naming him every basketball player but his name, tonight it is only right that I address him as the awesome person that he is, as it is my great pleasure to present the Principal's Award to Christian Moore. Superintendent North, I am proud to announce that these students have met all requirements set forth by the Douglas County School System and the state of Georgia.
Based on the recommendation of Ms. McAdams, I hereby certify these candidates for graduation from the Robert X. Alexander Comprehensive High School for 2026. Ms. Adams, you may now begin the presentation of diplomas.
Parents and guests, when the presentations of diplomas begins, we ask that you please be considerate of your applause, as every graduate and their family deserves to hear their names clearly. Thank you for understanding.
Tyree France Ace. Mary Elizabeth Alford. Donovan Michael Allen. Jaden Zania Allen. Kiara Simone Allen. Morgana Lilith Allen. Kevin Gail Angeles Perez. Shirley Archange. Shane Marquell Arnold. Sean Marquez Arnold. William Joseph Ash. Aubrey Denise Atchison. Caden Michael Atkinson. Giselle Barahona Diaz. Mackenzie Akira Bass. Ruby, Ruby Bricia Bautista Esparza. LaShawn Brandon Belton. Sean Tyler Belvin. Mark Armand Benson. Ayuk Ojong Michelle Besson. Miranda Harley Danielle Byers. Alexa Jade Bowen. Jaden Ramses Bonds. Terrence Manning Booker. Brandon Lamar Brame Jr. Leighton Garrett Braswell. Lily Bell Brewer. Wyatt William Brewer. Ryan Taya Broughton. Justice Ashaya Brown. Tayden Rashid Buck. Boston Matthew Burke. Noah Chad Burton. Jared Jackson Kane. Raymond Grant Campbell. Tyler Beckham Canary. Nevea Elise Capel. John Isai Carrasco Solano. Cole Aaron Castellaw. Osvaldo Daniel Castro. Trinity Alexia Clark. Kason Richard Cobb. Aiden Robert Cole. Elijah Kentrell Cook. Shemaine Shamel Cook, Jr. Jason Michael Corum. Miley Rain Cawthron. Madison Georgia Cowart. Jaden Scott Crawford. Ryan Matthew Crocker. Nathan Markel Cromie. Brandon Bernard Crook. Shore Gabriella Davidson. Bryson Skylar Davis. Sajeda Janelle Azzy Davis. Zakira Marie Davis. Leandro Diaz Concado. Noel Germani. Hunter Ralph Lewis Dobbs. Paxton Bradley Dobbs. Gregory Deshaun Dunston, Jr. Victor Abiyudan Ejiwale. Keelan Kolii Ellis. Cassidy Alina Escarment. Isaac Taylor Esch. Saye Escobar Zapeta. Aisha Yamaleth Escobedo Penla Yosa. Cantrell Dimitri Etheridge. Peter Norman Evans. Brandon Norris Farrell. Dominic Carter Farrington. Ruth Feliciano. Zachary James Fitzwater. Soraya Christine Flint Bradburn. Julian Isaiah Fountain. Taquasia Monet Franklin. Dexter Jeremiah Freeland. Naraya Arlene Freeman.
Wadia Elisa Freeman Berrien. Jovan K. Freeney. Michael Joseph Fulgenzi. Christopher Gallardo Clockwat. Geraldine Garcia. Riley Uriel Garcia. Ruby Garcia. Jelena Saray Gibson. Joshua Sharif Gibson Berrien. Ian Hunter Gilbert. Randy Calvin Gilmore. Devin Raylan Glover. Mia Lee Godfrey. Joseph Andrew Godwin. Elijah Dominic Gomez. Isaiah Nicholas Gomez. Kenneth Jeremiah Lee Green. Wilshawn Lamont Green. Torian Caden Green. Isai Guardado. Onassis Dwayne Guillory. Skylar Leanne Hammock. Cadence Amir Harris. Jamone Dominique Harris, Jr. Iniki Exaria Haynes. Ayana Angeli Haynes. Tanner Michael Hembry. Andre Elijah Alexander Henderson. Jaden Jamar Henderson. Jalen Zion Hendricks. Raymond Peter Henry. Sofia Hernandez Alvarez. Antonio Alejandro Hernandez Rodriguez. Jesse Fernando Hernandez Mejia. Max Alexander Hildebrand. Gabrielle Kai Lee Hill. Madeline Grace Hines. Peyton Bryant Hodges. Christopher Lee Hollis, Jr. Philip Michael Richard Thomas Holton Jones. Cooper Mason Hood. Cody Allen House. Devin DeMond Houston. Ariel Tazani Howard. Evan Douglas Howell. Isaiah Halen Hubbard. Tyler Jermaine Hubbard. Ethan Lee Eyrig. Jessenia Elizabeth Infante. Isabella Marie Italiano. Nicole Izquierdo. David Jimiel Jackson, Jr. Jaden Amir Jackson. Tariana LaFay Jackson. Janaba Zainab Jallo. Elena Alexis Jean Lewis. Jessica Carly Gerard. Cedric Devon Johnson, Jr. Taylor Najee Jones. Spirit Ramara Joseph. Amir Cameron Jedediah Kaufman. Michaela Nicole Kennedy. Mustafa Kalu Kenna. Stanley Josepha Laguerre. Bennett Ella Layler. Dalen Shay Lankford. Andrew Thomas Lassiter. Aaron Samir Laville. Tyler Lane Leatherwood. Emmanuel Xavier Lee. Marquise Mariko Leslie. Tian Lamar Lester, Jr. Emma Grace Lewis. Owen Brady Lindy. Andre Tyson Lovett. Ethan Ross Lauer. Josias Lucas Velasquez. Emmanuel Chibuki Mabukwo. Aiden Elijah McColeman. Crystal Magana Ramos. Siobhan Denise Mann.
Glenn Martin IV. Robert Jason Martin II. Angel de Jesus Cabrero Martinez. Annalise Marie Marzan Gonzalez. Madeline Nicole McClure. Madeline Grace McCoy. Jody Lynn McFarland. Justin Gennardo McKenzie. Olivia Simon Teddy McNichols. Marlon Jose Mejia Torres. Jessica Melchor Orozco. Isaac Mesa. Nakaila Brianna Michelle. Seth William Micah. William Brady Miller. Keegan Azim Mola. Anthony Montalvo. Maria Cochi Montez Sosa. Tyrese Demond Montgomery. Raheem Omarion Moody. Vanessa Lizeth Moreno. Moses Moreno Ariano. Sanai Latoya Morton. Lillian Mikel Munoz. Bryce Dwayne Murphy. Deja Shania Nails. John Blake Natarelli. Jade London Neal. Imaya Sky Nelson. Abigail Denise Newman. Josephus Tumu Nimley. Tiana Michelle O'Neill. Isabella Grace Padilla. Christopher Douglas Page. Aiden Lewis Paletti. Troy Adrian Pantlitz Jr. Kylie Grace Park. Edward Gabriel Paleo. Nazir William Jamon Pinister. Caleb Kane Perkins. Bradley Allen Peterson. Adario Darion Pope. Miguel Angel Portillo. Joshua Mikel Price. Anibia Janae Prothro. Amira Malita Pugh. Caden Alexander Puig. Evan James Purrington. Maxwell Isaiah Ron. Gabriella Alexa Ramcharan. Camden Riley Reed. Kyle Devon Reed. Chandler Thomas Rinke. Rita Isabella Reyes. Janine Rochelle Richelieu. Cherish Sky Ricketts. Tariq Marvell Ringer. Jeremiah Naquan Roberts. Unique Taisha Roberts. Zion Christopher Robinson. Gabriela Rodriguez Cancado. Martin Alejandro Rodriguez Jr. Diego Angel Romero. Marquess William Rude. Haley Anamar Ruiz. Betsy Sanchez. Joshua Gabriel Alberti Sanchez Marcano. Diego Daniel Sanchez Polanco. Ayana Unique Santiago. Connor Joseph Sapagoff. Aiden Jeffrey Sayer. Adrian Shuliak. Joseph James Schoonover. Louis Wayne Schoonover. Dalen Devarian Scott. Sarah Kate Seabrook. Darion Cornelius Shamble. Mason Lee Sharp. Justin Elisha Shearer. Troy Jacob Shoemaker. Jaden Christian Sinkfield. Isaiah Amon Sinkler. Braylon Christian Smith. Crew Thomas Smith. Dawn Jashay Smith. Paris Yukayla Smith.
Shiloh Alicia Smith. Ulysses Soto. Jaden Elizabeth Stevens. Maya Lynn Stevens. Gavin Thomas Stewart. Adeline Daisy Sunberg. Brianna Luck Sarin. Raymond Lee Taylor III. Assad Kabanza Tahuti. Heidi Carolina Tello. Colby Andrew Terrell. Lindsay Alexandra Toledo Conde. Yemeleth Torres Baez. Jack Ryan Touchberry. Imani Latrice Townsend. Tiago Alessandro Valdivia. Ruby Elizabeth Irene Verheyen. James Matthew Verner. Nasha Aaron Vineyard. Zoe Madison Walters. Chloe Jade Washington. Carmine Arnez Watson. Mason Jeremiah Whitehead. Jaden Christopher Whittlesey. Emma Danielle Wilkins. Bryce Franklin Williams. Jesse Cole Williams. Caleb Anthony Williams. Taraya Marie Williams. Anna Elizabeth Witt. Ava Rose Woodham. Alexander Randall Wright. Brianna Nicole Wright. Courtney Michelle Wright. Joaquin Levance Wright, Jr. In order for a student to receive a Douglas County Board Scholar endorsement, the student must complete the college preparatory diploma requirements plus one additional academic core class, pass all classes attempted, and must maintain a minimum of a 3.5 cumulative grade point average. The students from this point forward are recognized as Alexander High School Board Scholars. Babatunde Ahmed Adebisi. Holly Alexis Adolfi. Maddie Lynn Albertson. Eric Alexis Alvarez. Emily Elena Amaya. Gabriel Arajo. Ella Grace Bates. Jessica Beltran Perez. Jonathan Paul Bemis. Alexander James Bentley. Olivia Faith Berry. Jordan Josiah Bibbs. Thomas Olan Bradford III. Reagan Caroline Bradley. Michael Lamel Brady II. Caden Anthony Brazel. Addison Elise Brown. Cameron Malik Brown. Madison Renee Brown. Marcella Cordelia Ann Bryant. Nevea Jewel Butler. Colin Elizabeth Cantrell. Kaden Denise Carmack. Catherine Brianna Carver. Joshua Yair Castillo. Michael George Shabu. Corbin Michael Chumley. Allison Rachel Centora Loaiza. Braylee Lauren Clark. Madison Elise Copeland. Emmanuel Jamal Cowens. Jordan Lee Craddock. Kaylee Brooke Crosser. Evan Alexander DaCosta. Denoa Joseph Sapon Daves. Ambry Addison Day. Evelyn Ruth DeBoard. Brielle Esperanza Delgado. Elena Marie Dennison.
Abigail Catherine Dennis. Jason Ryan Dubree. Alpha Yaya Diallo. Janeth Diaz Vasquez. Jenna Elizabeth Dobbs. Grayson Adonis Dunlap. Jacob Lee Dunn. Sophia Elizabeth Ellis. Isabel Marie Evans. Jasmine Jada Flagger. Jordan Karen Foster. Layla Rain Fullwood. Saima Ismailbe Ganchi. Elaine Madison Godwin. Haley Julie Camilla Goodson. Pierce Mitchell Gregg. William Patrick Grant. Dominique Hamilton Green. Isaiah Terrell Green. Justin Latrell Griggs. Caitlin Nicole Grimmer. Caden Marshawn Gidry. Ariana Nisi Hall. Haley Ann Hansick. Corleone Charlize Hayes. Emily Grace Hindman. Jalay Renee Hines. Micaiah Armani Hinton. Shailia Joy Howard. Cameron Isaiah Jackson. Malik Jaden Jefferson. Esteban Ismael Jimenez Bentoncourt. Tyler Lee Johnson. James Allen Jones. Carrie Jannard Jordan. Sarah Hope Jose. Luke Philip Keller. Adelaide Sue Ellen Kelly. Shane Shalik Mark Kelly. Leah Michelle King. Andrew Edward Lester. Blakely Bennett Lester. Kennedy Jocelyn Lewis. Alana Safira Lindley. Ryan Douglas Martellino. Layla Elizabeth Martinez. Mason Brana Martinez. Braden Blake Mathis. Kenmora Naima McLester. Melinda Giselle Melara. Jarelkis Ariadna Mendoza Quesada. Aaron Hubert Michael. Victoria Nicole Mashinsky. Ethan Johnson Miller. Gavin Buckley Mitchell. L'Oreal Shantice Mitchell. Lillian Joy Montalban. Christian Lamar Moore. Jethro Zion Moore III. Christopher Alexander Morgan. Michaela Renee Morgan. Angeline Marie Moses. Sydney Eileen Murdaugh. Odyssey Cheyenne Murray. Cody Joseph Myers. Emily Sarah Nance. Natalie Maxim Nikotenko. Breck Elaine Norris. Aubrey Maria Pacheco. Abigail Jean Paget. Cody Luke Palmer. Jay Snehal Patel. Kashav Priyakant Patel. Tanay Manesh Patel. William Dodge Penley. Sophia Adela Perez-Gazar. Destiny Ashayla Perkins. Gabrielle Jamaya Pertit. Jaden Daniel Petrie.
Caleb Anthony Petrie. Gracie Ray Pierce. Noah Philip Plumley. Maddox Jeremy Porter. Chase Jackson Postel. Crimson Bell Rainwater. Ciance Kimberly Reed. Michael Charles Reed. Drake Anthony Rice. Angela Rios Laredo. Kanaya Deshauna Roberts. Nathaniel Gray Roberts. Cadence Ramea Rogi. Nora Ava Bayo Rogi. Holly Lee Roney. Gabriela Alexandra Rosado. Emily Rosales. Bella Rose Cherie Ross. Nicholas Gianlucas Ruiz Perdinto. Rachel Amana Saunders. Chase Eugene Sawyer. Aiden James Shilkey. Jackson Cole Sheely. Rachel Elizabeth Sheffield. Ebby Britton Simmons. Mackenzie Dawn Skinner. Layla Marie Smith. Madison Avery Smith. Kendall Alexandria Snow. Essence Malia Stevens. Cameron Grace Stewart. Jordan Elizabeth Story. Kelsey Madison Thigpen. Andrew Christian Thomas. Aubrey Baruch Thomas. Jordan Beth Thomas. Isabel Grace Threlkeld. Caden Maddox Vinar. Landon Edward Waits. Matthew Joseph Waits. Janaya Nyana Walker Dawson. Lindsay Nicole Walls. Dahlia Rose Ward. JC Taylor Warren. Mackenzie Brianna Webb. Briley Sue West. Trinity Renee Wheeler. Briley Claire Williams. Jace Mackay Williams. Katura Ariel Williams. Isabella Claire Wills. DeAnthony Javon Wilson. Jackson Christopher Woods. Connor Shira Wynn. Isabel LeBeau Yarborough.
So I've been the principal of this class for 3 years, and clearly they quickly caught on to some of my quirks. So I had fidgets being handed to me because they know I can't sit still. And then when the district gives me an initiative like Greatness Grows Here, apparently I beat it till it's dead. Everybody was handing me one of these stickers because y'all know greatness does grow here. We owned it. So thank you for celebrating the class of 2026 with us this evening. After the ceremony, we ask that you not come down to the floor, but meet your graduate outside of the arena. Graduates, please stand. You may now move your tassels. Members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. North, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the graduating class of Robert S. Alexander for 2026.